Good afternoon, everyone. It's Stephen and Paul. He's back, folks. Thank God for small mercies. Now you don't have to put up with just me, okay? Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, it's good to see you back in
the... At the Friday show, pre-show.
Yes.
What was the deal with the music in the background?
You didn't like that?
Soft porn music on in the background or something while you were recording. And then the worst thing is, towards the end of the show, it got like really religious.
No.
It did! Seriously, go back and watch it.
There was no religion involved whatsoever. No. Oh, God.
Two altar boys on their knees.
Anyway, folks, this...
worshipping at the throne of Microsoft.
You can tell Paul's been away for a while. He doesn't speak up anymore. There's no verbosity to his voice.
What?
It's good to have you back, Paul, for the daily brief. And there goes his video. He's having problems today with his video. There we go. No.
It's Skype, I think.
Yeah, must be. Although I got 4 bars. Anyway, this is WinExtra's daily brief for February 7th, 2011. And we're here to bring you the headlines of the day from Microsoft and whatever we feel like spouting off at the time.
Nattering on about.
Yeah.
What did I miss while I was away?
How about the fact that Yahoo apologizes for the goof up with Windows Phone 7 sending out too much data, but then turns around and says it's Microsoft's fault, and then it's proven that, no, it's not.
Alright, so I'm only assuming that the Yahoo stuff is accessed via IMAP.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody who's ever tried to write a script to access Yahoo via IMAP?
Well,
their handling of the data is a bit screwed up.
Well, Riviera, or I can't remember his first name, from within Windows, was the one that actually broke the story of what it was. It was a Yahoo problem, and then, well, yeah, Microsoft came out and says, yes, we acknowledge that it is Yahoo email. Yeah. Yahoo came out and said, yes, okay, we accept partial blame here, but this only applies to Microsoft's handling of how the IMAP calls are done. And now, hang on a second. And he then went on to show that no, it also has the same problem on the iPhone. So, yeah, someone has tried to run the script on it, and the results are it happens on the iPhone, it happens on the Windows Phone 7, and probably, I guess, if anybody decided to check, it probably also is on the Android.
I suppose unless you're specifically aware of problems with Yahoo's implementation of IMAP, you know, IMAP is essentially a standard. You're going to write a piece of code that works to a standard, and if it works with 95% of clients, that's it. You're not going to expect that Yahoo's going to be in any way different. Obviously, you should be testing against it, but, you know.
Yeah. One of the other things, obviously, that broke, or everybody else is talking about, is Nokia and Microsoft.
Okay, so has there been some new development in this, other than what we've speculated on like 100 times over?
Just that other people are starting to speculate the same thing.
Nokia will release Windows Phone 7 powered handsets.
Yes, and that it's a good idea that they do this.
Yes, because, you know, welcome to the party 6 months ago.
Yeah. Well, that's about time we said that back in November of last year when it was released. Was like, okay, next step is Nokia or RIM. Take your pick.
We said it even before that. Even before Windows Phone 7 came out, we were speculating on this based on the betas. Yeah, okay, move on.
Yeah.
Any real news while I was away?
No, actually, I think you were pretty lucky. You know, nothing really broke. I couldn't embarrass myself any further than I had to by, you know, having to break news alone. So, no, that was basically it. Today doesn't exactly look to be a stellar lineup. No, We do have a PSA, though. This is coming out of the Microsoft blog of the Seattle PI. Apparently there is a phishing scam going on. It's a phone phishing scam. Someone is going out claiming to be a Microsoft representative. The caller impersonates a Microsoft representative and claims there is a serious virus or issue with the consumer's computer. The caller may warn that if the problem is not solved, the computer will become unusable. To fix the problem, the consumer is directed to visit a website or download a program.
Okay, first off, title of this story is very fucking... It's very misleading. It makes it sound like there's a scam going on Windows Phone 7, where basically what's going on is this is like one of the oldest tricks in the book. It's a simple social engineering scam where somebody appears to be ringing up and saying, you know, I'm a representative from so-and-so, there's a problem with your thing, choose your password.
Yeah.
You know, people have been doing these scams for banks, for anything basically that you could access online and had money involved for forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a very misleading headline, and especially that it says it's a Microsoft phone phishing scam.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think it's a matter of it's Microsoft phone quote. It's somebody using the phone to perform this scam.
Oh, yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's how the title of this post is misleading. It's basically your average social engineering phishing scam done over the phone, and it's how you're saying for Microsoft.
Yeah.
The Seattle PI might want to rethink their titles. But, you know, in the meantime, folks, it's very simple. No representative company like Microsoft will ever ask you for information like a password.
No.
Because there's means in place. If you don't know your password, they will direct you to an official page or instructions as to how you go and reset your password. They'll never ask you for a password.
No. Another interesting story that came up this morning was apparently, we all know when Conan O'Brien left NBC and the big kerfuffle, it was all over that. That's if you're a Team Coco fan. I don't really care. But what?
I don't watch TV.
No.
I have cable.
But apparently,
you're looking for the 50-odd inch TV that I have, so I can pick up free air channels. We just don't do it.
Yeah. Well, apparently, I guess because of his popularity among the younger set, Microsoft approached them prior to him signing with TBS to get him to come on to Xbox Live and do a regular show.
And we are surprised because why?
Because it would be too cool for Microsoft to want to do. I'm just going by the the tech blogosphere. I think
we all know Microsoft's aspiration of turning the Xbox into your digital hub in the middle of your home, okay? And if they can somehow deliver content, they're not going to become a TV channel, per se. But if they can deliver premium content, exclusive premium content, to Xbox Live members, of course they're going to do it.
Yeah.
They have other shows on there. They have deals with content providers. Why not something like this, you know? Have to be an Xbox Live member to see it.
Well, the one thing that...
This live show, they charge people, 200 or 400, Microsoft points to catch the rerun and download it to your Xbox, even when you are a live member. It's a money-making machine. Of course.
Well, apparently, I guess the executive producer for the Conan show, Jeff Ross, was at a session at CES, and one of the things he said in regards to the whole Xbox Live channel idea, I guess, which is something that Microsoft is working on, he said, you meet with these guys and they show you all this stuff that they're developing, and it's mind-blowing, said Ross. I think it's coming and it's big. It's just that we weren't in a position at that point to figure out what it was. So,
you know what? That guy's full of shit, and here's why. Okay? For somebody like Conan O'Brien, for his executive producer, or whatever the case may be, all it boils down to is dollars. It's really it.
Yeah.
You guys make a show, and we put it out over our distribution network. Simple. Pimple. It's not It's not rocket science. Microsoft obviously didn't pony up enough cash to secure a deal. And that's that.
Maybe. Now, I guess apparently in England...
It's going through the future, and we're not there. Why? Because they didn't pay us enough money!
Not that I would see Microsoft as being a company to do this, because I'm not really sure what it would entail, but they have announced today that they are going to be offering 1,000 apprenticeship opportunities in London during the next 3 years.
Okay, I'm just looking at this because I didn't see this pre-show. So basically what they're doing is this is going to be part of Microsoft's Britain Works program, which launched in 2009. And it's basically designed to get 500,000 people back to work by 2012, which Microsoft is part of. And I'm not sure what it's like here in the US or what it's like in Canada, but I do know that in Europe there's still a very sort of there's a very strong sort of apprenticeship mentality when it comes to the workplace, where you can, you spend 3 or 4 years apprenticing to be, a carpenter or an electrician or a mechanic or whatnot before you go off and do it. And, for Microsoft to be creating 1,000 new apprenticeship places over the space of 3 years, it's only 300 odd a year, but you know what? I think in 2011, 2012, 2011 especially, the thought of new jobs being created anywhere.
Yeah. Well, in Canada, I think apprenticeships have kind of gone by the wayside. I know when I was a young lad, apprenticeships were still a good way to get into a profession, usually a manual type profession. Because at one point I was going through an apprenticeship for a cabinet maker. The only reason I didn't end up going that road is because he ended up dying. That kind of ruined my apprenticeship. But yeah,
You could put a stop on things.
Yeah, it does. But it's an interesting thing to see him try and do. I'm not sure exactly if it's going to be effective or exactly how an apprenticeship would work in a tech company. Like, what are you going to apprentice for? Like, marketing or apprentice for?
I don't know, but it would be wouldn't it be an interesting approach to developing?
Yeah.
For example, if developing was not based around, okay, you go to college, you get your degree, you go to university, you study computer science or whatever, you come out and you still know bugger all. As most people who have ever had to deal with people that come out there will tell you, right? But if it was apprenticeship based, you spend so many years learning, you achieve your certain level, and how, when you, for example, make master, it is done by peer review.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
That would be a good idea, actually. Interesting idea. There's a discussion going on, it's started by Larry Seltzer at Beta News, about why Microsoft has to open Windows Update to third-party developers. Yes.
Basically, look, what it comes down to this is he's just saying, Apple has an app store! Woo! Mac has an app store! Woo! It's easy to get all your updates in one place. Woo! Yeah, it's very easy to get all your updates in one place when the updates are coming through, but Apple isn't directly providing the update. They're providing the store, but not the download stores. The problem with Windows Update is that Microsoft is directly providing the code. Microsoft is not going to want to be seen as being responsible for stuff that is pushed through Windows Updates.
True.
That is third-party code. Because third parties, they're a law unto themselves. It doesn't matter if you certify them like he suggests, you give them a Microsoft certified code, unless Microsoft is going to test every single piece of code that goes through there, they ain't going to do it because Microsoft is going to be seen as being the one that's responsible when, I don't know, Adobe pushes an update.
Yeah. True.
And it'll be Microsoft to blame for that. That's just the way people are. It's the way consumers are. And Microsoft already gets enough of a backlash about, your second Tuesday of every month, and oh my god, my computer has to restart once to apply a critical update. And imagine now, with all the apps that people have installed on their computers, and you're getting all of these updates coming through, and you have to update, Microsoft is going to get flagged back. No.
Yeah.
Don't do it. You know what Microsoft could do? Microsoft could set up an app store. and allow updates that come through the App Store to be manual.
Well, I think they're planning on doing that.
Windows update. Windows updates need to stay to Microsoft products and important drivers. And that's it.
Last and quickly, this just came up just before we hit the record button, but the Next Web has a post up entitled "Consumer Interest in Windows Phone 7 Appears to be Slipping."
Yes, because let's measure the statistics at the end of January, after everybody did all their searching. We're in the run-up to Christmas, when the thing was being announced, when the phone came out, and then let's do it in January, when everybody's money has kind of, they're gone, they're not searching to buy new products. It's the slow month for everybody. And what is the statistic to take away here? That Windows Phone 7 has dropped lower than Android dropped. Okay. And everybody dropped.
Yeah.
Or if you search for WinExtra or any of my sites, interesting them drop too.
Actually, I think ours went up. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
That's fun.
Anyway, it's good to have you back, Paul.
It's good to be back. And a quick PSA before we go, folks. While I was away, we submitted the show to iTunes, the video version. So those of you who are watching on YouTube and who come visit us on YouTube, well, you can now subscribe on iTunes in video as well as in audio, just by searching for WinExtra or WinExtra's Daily Brief on iTunes. So the hassle of having to come to YouTube all the time. And if you are watching on YouTube, by the way, thumbs up,
Yep.
the subscribe button, leave us a comment, or you know what, better yet, leave us an audio comment. Pick up your phone, do a quick dial in to 251-281-8730. We'd love to hear your comments and play them on the show.
And on that note, folks, this is Monday, beginning of a new week, back with Paul, yes, for February 7th, 2011. See you tomorrow, folks.
See you tomorrow, folks. Have a good one.